Hey, what's up? Hello, I'm Me in Progress and welcome to my channel. I said that really weird. Okay. For today's video, I wanted to share two items that I found at Target recently. I know I just posted a Target haul, I don't know, recently. I don't know how recently means, what recently means. I can't words. Oh my gosh. I posted a Target haul recently. I don't know what recently is because I'm pre-filming a ton of content before launch, so hopefully you're seeing this soon after. Oh my goodness. Ignore me. I'm just not prepared today. I went to Target and this is a separate trip because I live super close to Target. Was able to go kid-free and husband-free, which was amazing. And I saw these two items in the cosmetic aisle on one of the end caps, and I may have visited another Target again, like just within these last couple days, and saw these on the end caps as well. I thought maybe these were kind of like randomly put at the end caps and it wasn't part of like the assortment in the cosmetic section, but it is. So I wanted to sit down and film kind of a first impressions. Yes, pretty much first impressions. There's been a lot of that lately. I promise I will stop the train on that. But these are two items from a brand that I've never heard of. I was actually looking for Profusion palettes because Ali Gleams had done a couple videos on Profusion, and I've seen them at Target before, but I think now they're just at Walmart, or maybe just the Targets that I did go to are out. But these reminded me a little bit of Profusion because of the price point and the packaging. The packaging of the Profusion palettes are a little bit wider. These are 100% square. But I wanted to show you both, and these were just $10. So the brand is Kai C-A-I, Kai para mi. And here is one of the palettes. It is a neutral warm tone palette. It's got some pretty colors in here. Nothing revolutionary. You've seen a ton of these types of products before, right? Like there's the Morphe 350 that's really well known, and I don't know, there's just a ton of brown, warm brown neutral palettes out there with like pink red tones. And the second palette is like a colorful all matte palette. Now I know I haven't done or posted a colorful look in a while, so I think we're gonna go in with this guy today, but I will make sure to tack on some footage of me using this guy as well, and then give you my final thoughts on both palettes. Well, at least final thoughts on this guy, the colorful guy today, and then I will give my thoughts on this palette when I film this guy. So yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit mesmerized. I haven't actually taken the plastic off, so you're gonna unwrap this with me. I thought it was pretty cool. 25 color eyeshadow pro palette with, that was $10, so pretty affordable. For those of you who are newer into makeup, I believe this is part of their like holiday collection. I need to go look it up online, but I definitely didn't see it on Target's website or Target's app when I went to go look for it. So this is in stores right now. I think because it's so new, maybe the app or online wasn't updated, but we're gonna scooch you in and we're gonna do a colorful look today. I've got my brows done, eyes primed and ready, and my face primed and ready, and I'll make sure to list the products that I use below. And with that, let's get started. So now that we've got you zoomed in, we are going to jump into this colorful palette. Now the only downside is obviously it doesn't have a mirror. We're gonna take the plastic film off, and I also already, so I didn't mention this, I also already set my eyes so they're fully prepped, and today I use the Wet n Wild single in the shade Brulee. So I've been testing this out. I think this is my third or fourth time now. Because I've used it 3 or 4 times, I think it's safe to say it's a product that I will continue using to set my eyes. And let's see, I'm gonna need, like, reaching over to grab a mirror. Soon we will be in a new space and I won't have to deal with like grabbing at this place and try to grab over here and talk to you without looking at you, because I'll be able to have everything in front of me, streamlined, all the things, just step in and hit record, kind of. That's oversimplified. As far as a look today, I think I haven't done an all matte look in a really long time, so I'm gonna stick to that. And I really love blues, and I feel like I've done like a springy kind of look lately, very fall orange looks. So we're gonna go into cool tones with these blues in these 2 rows. Ignore the yellow. I likely won't dip into the green much. I'm gonna go in with the blue tones, maybe a hit of purple here and there, and we'll see how it goes. I haven't swatched these, so maybe we'll do some swatcheroosies right now, shall we? And then we'll probably skip over the complexion. So we're gonna start in the top row with the shade Angel. I'm actually gonna swatch a couple of them on my arm and then just show you my arm, because I don't want this to take up 50 years. So Angel, Eggnog, and Tidings. I also just don't think swatches are like an accurate picture. So here's those 3. You can kind of see. Maybe I'll do the back of my hand with smaller swatches. Hold, please. I'm trying to grab a wipe and then wipe off and make sure I'm dry. And there's Reef. So they feel really soft so far. And Star. Wow, that picked up. Like, I just dipped into Star. And look at that. That is nice. Maybe we'll read up on what the brand says they're all about. I'm on the 2nd row now, starting with this orange over here called Advent. So this is definitely a holiday thing. Advent, stocking, fruitcake, naughty. So these pink tones are super similar. I don't know if they show up much differently on the eyes. So here is, they go from, is that left to right? Yeah. Okay. So that was the first 2 rows. I showed you the first 3 on the inside of my arm and the rest on the back of my hand. I'm gonna wipe that off with a baby wipe, and let's dry it off too, because we don't want false advertising here. And then we're gonna go into the 3rd row with the shade Bells, and let's get all these swatched. We'll just go row by row. How about that? Let's make it efficient. Oh, that orange didn't really show up. Ooh, but the next orange did. Wow. Okay. Okay, so this is the next row. This row here. And I would say that first shade at the bottom here, you can tell it didn't swatch well. So there's that. We'll see if that performs well or not over the next couple weeks. I'll make sure to try to continue to use this. And let's go to the next row, which starts with this yellow shade here called Winter, and then there's Carol. They feel really nice. Carol, Grinch. I don't know. We'll see how this does. I'm like fairly impressed already. Granted, again, swatches don't tell the full story, but these aren't like, I'm not going very hard in here. They're very soft. Oops, I dug my finger into that red shade. So here we go. Those are pretty good. Let's see how they blend and actually apply on the eyes, and we'll see how they wear as well. I have my cousins coming over for Friendsgiving. It's only 5 minutes and then I've dropped something. Yay! Wouldn't be a video if I didn't drop something. Alright, last row. Starting with Slay. Slay, Jolly, and Spirit are the first three. And then Nice and Tinsel. I'm excited for this because those purples swatch pretty well, and that blue is so vibrant. All right, and those are the colors that we're gonna use today. I'm pretty excited. As always, I do my eyes first. I do not do my complexion first, especially with newer palettes, just to make sure I'm able to dust away any fallout and not mess up my face. So we're gonna go, I think we're gonna start with the shade e.l.f. here. Wait, is that e.l.f? Yes, it is e.l.f. And we are gonna dip in with a fluffy brush, and we'll use, there's a lot of kick up. There's a lot of kick up. Let me just show you. You can see all that dustiness, and we are gonna go in and apply this kind of as the transition shade. My husband and cousins are probably gonna be like, oh, you've got a lot of makeup on. But that is the day we're gonna have today. So this is a lighter, like turquoise shade, and you can see it didn't really, it's not as punchy, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with building up as long as it blends out. So we'll see how it goes. Don't want to knock it right away. Also, this eye, I think you can kind of tell there's like remnants of a sty right there. I think technically I should have waited a couple more days. Oh well. I can wash my brushes. I hear my daughter freaking out downstairs. Not sure what's happening. Okay, I think I've built up the shade. So it definitely takes like 3 or 4 layers to build up, and I would say so far you just need to tap in lightly to get your brush saturated with product, because it has a lot of kick up. So these are, like I said during the swatches, these are super duper soft, like so soft. I don't exactly know 100% where I'm going with this today, but we're gonna see how it goes. Actually, maybe you do need to dip in with a lot of product, because this eye isn't as saturated as this eye, and I made sure to evenly prime them. That's okay, we can build it up. I mean, this is blending very nicely too. We'll see how they all layer on top of each other though. That's the true test. Okay, one thing that I do have that I haven't used yet on this channel is, I think there's a brand called Color Switch, but this is by J.Cat Beauty. It's a dry makeup brush cleanser. You'll see a lot of these here and there, different variations, different brands, but they're all the same. Now it's like kind of, it looks like not a sponge. It reminds me of a loofah almost, but you just swirl and it takes off the additional product dry without having to, you know, clean your brush and wash them. And I would say it's good for like a couple uses, and you can actually wash this. I've washed this one twice, and I have a couple because at Fred Meyer I went into their clearance section and I was able to find, I think by the brand, let me see, Swiss Bees, they like make cotton pads and stuff, a ton like on clearance. I'm like, why? What? Like, these are amazing, especially when you're doing colorful looks. I would say if you're using like the same colors and the similar colors in a color palette, so like blues, then you can use the same top. But what I wouldn't recommend is if you were doing a neutral look, or you were doing a colorful look and then now you're going in to do a neutral look, to flip it on the other side such that you don't pick up any of the remnants of the blue colors you were using previously. It's my little tip of the day. We're going to switch into a different brush that's not as fluffy. This one is a Morphe R54, a little bit more dense. And we're going to build some color in, I think, the crease still and deepen it up. And I think we're going to go in with Slay. It's like a cerulean almost blue. So let's dip into that. Yes, lots of kick up. So we're gonna focus this lower on the crease, and we are gonna go back and forth. This palette sort of reminds me of the Pride palette from Morphe. I got one when I was in Vegas during the summer during Pride Month at the Morphe store in Planet Hollywood, that mall. This one kind of reminds me of it because it's square as well. I don't know if the pans are square in that the Morphe palette, because the pans are square in this palette. These are blending quite nice. You know what brand I haven't tried yet that's like known for colorful? Oh, I think, tangent really quick, I think part of why my eyeshadow isn't like applying evenly here is because of the remnants of this dye. Fun. This Slay color is slaying. I'm amusing myself. At least I'm happy. Judging me over there on the other side. I can see your eyes. Nice. Okay, and I think what I need to do is go back with that original brush. It's clean, and blend those two in. Make sure they're blurred out. And we're truly creating a gradient here. Alright. Cool. And then we are going to go in with an even more denser brush and pick up the shade. I think we're going to go into the shade Jolly or Nice. I'm going to swatch it. Jolly or Nice. We're going to go in with Jolly. This guy right here. And we're going to focus this out on the outer V. And then we're gonna do like a gradient. So I think what we're gonna do is like, is it ombre? I think it's technically ombre. Like, go in with Jolly, or maybe we'll go in with Tinsel, the purple. No, we already have it on brush. We'll go in with Jolly, and then something in the middle, probably that cerulean shade, the Slay that I just did, and then back into Yule. I think that's what we'll do near the inner corner. And then, or North Pole. We'll see. For now, we know what we're doing here. So let's focus this guy on the outer V. And we're gonna keep this an all matte look today, because I don't do that often. I don't know if I already said that. But that is what we're doing. Just buffing that in, building that color up. And there, you can see there's fallout with this shade. So good thing I'm doing my eyes today first. I always do my eyes, so I don't know why I'm saying today. So this shade is the first shade out of the couple that I've used that has been giving me a little bit of trouble blending, but that's okay. It'll all come together. Now if you like erase this, like you can see there's some harsh lines. It doesn't blend out as much, but it's okay. That's not a problem. Okay, we are going to go in with a... Okay, now that we have the outer V kind of done, we're gonna blend that out again with that original brush we use, and we're only really blending one way and then focusing on the outer edges and then blending in just slightly. Now, this isn't looking great. Okay, we're gonna take a shader brush and then we're gonna go into that shade Slay. Did my camera move a little? I think it did, with me knocking it. That's okay. We're gonna take the shade Slay. We're gonna put that in the center of the eye. You can't even tell that shade Jolly was on, so it's not as saturated anymore. We can try to blend it in again. This eye is a poor representation of how the look is gonna look because of me style. Ooh, it did my under eyes for me. And I'm lightly tapping on into the pan, and then I'm just, you know, patting in. Here's the thing, fallout doesn't typically bother me, but like I'm like continuously looking at the viewfinder and I'm just like, what? Yeah, and it's patchy up here. I don't know if you can see, but it's that blue shade, Jolly. But we're gonna go back to Jolly with that same brush we used. If I can find it. We're gonna go back into the shade Jolly and see if we could get it to be a little bit more saturated. And then if not, then maybe we'll go into another shade to try to get it to be darker. Let me tell you, this makes it look like I'm so good at makeup. If you don't know me, that's sarcasm. It's not terrible, but definitely doesn't look great. I'm gonna take that brush we use for Slay in the crease and try to blend everything out. We're gonna take a small shader brush and go into the shade Yule. This, actually, let's go into North Pole. No, I feel like that would get lost. Let's go in the shade Yule right here. I guess I can hold it up this way too. I'm probably going back and forth, but that turquoise shade, and we're gonna put this color on the inner portions of my lid. And I tapped off. These are just almost too soft. I wonder how the neutrals palette's gonna perform. We'll see. Okay, so I'm tapping lightly into the pan. I mean, it's just blue everywhere and they all kind of blend together, but there's no clear definition between those three colors, which is sad. I mean, that looks better now. That definitely does. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Alright, and I think this is all I'm gonna do for the lids. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna pop on some liner, maybe some lashes, do my complexion, and we'll be right back to finish with the lower lash line and mascara and give you my final thoughts on the colorful palette for now. I don't think it's gonna be surprising. Alright, be right back. Okay, so with lashes, this is how the lids turn out, and after lashes and liner, I am actually quite surprised. It's one of those things, again, that just like, the process looks so messy and then you like clean everything up and it's just like, oh, okay, so they did perform, and it does look like that gradient that I was looking for. Definitely in other lighting it shows up better. For some reason the lighting in here always makes everything janky, but we're gonna finish this look with the under eyes, and I think we're gonna keep it simple because it's surprise. I don't have a lot of time. And we're gonna go into that shade Slay and use a denser brush. I need a mirror. A denser shader brush. And we're just gonna run that the bottom lash line. And I think the only thing that I will do is run that shade Jolly on the outer portion. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Definitely great for bottom lashes. Bottom lash line. Lower lash line. Someday I'll get makeup terms correct. Okay, and then we will take a smaller, more dense brush here. We're gonna take the shade Jolly, this like cobalty blue shade. Cobalt, that's what a good term for it. And run that just on the outer third. Then we're gonna pop some mascara on. And I don't know if we're gonna highlight the inner corner. I kind of like that well, I think we should. We should. Definitely should. Let's grab some mascara. And we're gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara that I've been testing out in that turquoise tube. I don't know if this is one of my favorite mascaras ever, especially on the lower lash line. It's okay. I've gotten a little bit on my nose. Okay, we do need something in the inner corners just to brighten it up a little bit. All these cool tones, you know? I think what we're gonna do, so the complexion, I said I'd go in with an all matte look. I should continue that. I think we're gonna go into the shade Tidings here. Yes, that was Tidings. I did it upside down so you didn't see. I'm just so used to having a pop of like shimmer there, or some kind of like pearl shade or metallic shade. I'm not used to having my eyes have an all matte look, so I'm digging it. It is different, but it's a good kind of different. Now we're just gonna blend out some things here. Finishing touches. My brush is clean even though it doesn't look clean. And then we're gonna pop out a lip and let's chat about everything. Alrighty, this is the finished look. I'm super happy with how it turned out. Let's get you close up there. You can see that the gradient isn't as apparent on camera. I will take some pictures on Instagram and show you. For lips today, I am wearing Back Talk Urban Decay's lip gloss. Ultra Cushion lip gloss in Back Talk. I didn't want anything too crazy to compete with the eyes. I love this stuff. It's like minty. It's got a little bit of that tingle, but not like that crazy overpowering lip tingle where it like plumps your lips. But for $10 for all these shades, I think it's worth it so far. I just tried the blues, that bottom row, so I went in with Candy Cane, Slay, Jolly, and a little bit, I think I went in with North Pole. I don't think I did. Actually, no, I didn't. You do have to work with them a lot. So you do have to blend, you have to keep going back and forth, which I personally don't mind. There was a lot of fallout. I think you guys saw in the footage that my under eyes it looked like I was attempting to do my lower lash line, which I was not. But everything looked really nice after. There was a little bit of patchiness with the shade Jolly, but we're gonna also test out the neutral palette. So this is kind of a 2-in-1 video, so I won't say goodbye just yet. So if you're interested in seeing the neutral palette in action, go ahead and swipe. I may just talk through. No, I'll fully talk through everything and do the same thing with like swatches on the back of my hand versus like on the inside of my hand. So for now, I'll see you in a bit. All right, I'm probably not gonna film this in the same day because that would be dumb and I have people coming over tonight. So I'll see you in a little bit to finish the rest of the video off. Thanks so much for watching for now. See you soon. Okay, I'm gonna go away so that you can see what I did with the other palette.